You may have seen this embarrassing story trending about one of Pop Trigger's own. Amir was forcibly removed from an aircraft due to farting too much. They actually had to land the plane. Now, that's sort of a two truths and a lie because Amir technically wasn't that person, although I'm still unconvinced. What happened was a plane had to land because there was an unnamed older gentleman on a Transvavia Airlines plane, and he would not stop farting. And the two men, listen, we're gonna get through this. The two men who were sitting next to this person asked him to stop passing wind. And he wouldn't. He then tried to fight them. Fair, like, come on. Like, let the guy pass some wind. And when the fight broke out, the airline staff had to have an intervention from the pilot. And the plane was forced to land so police could come aboard and deal with the situation. It was pretty serious. Like, it could have been a medical condition, so like, shame on me. They also removed two sisters from the same row who they said were misbehaving, although no flatulence is alleged on their parts. They said they were using some abusive language. Amir, we're gonna get to your defense in a minute. They said we had to find our own. They said we had to find our own flights home with another airline. And all I will say is that the crew were really provocative and stirred things up. Like, there was a lot of stink aboard this flight, it seems. A spokesperson for Transvavia Airlines said in a statement, and this is translated, so bear with me, "Our crew must ensure a safe flight. When passengers pose risks, they immediately intervene. Our people are trained for that. They're trained for farting. They know very well where the boundaries are. And Transvavia is therefore square behind the cabin crew and the pilots. I have done some extra digging into Transvavia Airlines and found that their reviews across the board, not great. Although this is the first incident I could find where flatulence did ground an airplane. We got through it.
Let me ask you, Fart Baldridge. That's what we call her.
We call
at the studio.
We literally call you McFart.
Grace, like the first day she came in, really funny story. Like she was standing right in front of Jank, and then she just farted so loud. It was really embarrassing.
It's not even a good fake story. Like that's your best fake story that you could come up with. On my first day, I just like.
Yeah, it was really.
What's your
bad.
question,
I'm
McFart?
surprised like you're still working here. But
yeah. Well, I'm surprised you made it back from wherever this plane was from.
Okay,
Grace, made it back from Amsterdam in time for the taping.
Grace.
Yeah, go on.
Do you believe this story? Because I've never heard of this airline before, and
they're real.
Jacory, our director, he's already planted some like conspiratorial seeds in my head from the Fergie story. So now I'm starting to think maybe this is bullshit. Now everyone's talking about Transvavia Airlines. Like, what is this airline? Is this a false fart operation?
It's an interesting point. And you know what? I will say that Jacory always drops some truth bombs following like a story. He'll have like a really hot take. So I hear you on that. I don't think that this is why an airline would want to go viral, though, from like a tooty guy just just grounding a plane.
Yeah.
You know, like
quite honestly.
It sucks because their description of it was that there were two men flanking the farter. You know what I mean? Like there were two guys, and then there was the tutor.
Sounded like it was like a military operation. Flank the fart man. Yeah.
And they must have, like, I can only imagine the odd camaraderie between these two gentlemen when they realized what was happening.
Nothing will bring two people closer together
just
than like
leaning over being like, are you smelling this?
Yeah.
And the other guy being like, yeah, and they're like, let's get him.
Yeah.
And then for them to be like, sir, can you stop? And this is where I want to, offer, like his tummy must have been really upset.
Yeah.
If you're really farting that much, that smelly. And most airplanes, I've actually read some sketchy things about some of the airlines that Transvavia has used, like the actual aircraft. Some people have said there's like really dated planes that they've had to fly on, and multiple complaints in the reviews were that the seats were too close together. So this is like, you're pretty close to the farter in question, if this is true. But usually they have air circulating, so that's why you can kind of like let it rip on an airline, and you can get away with it.
Dude, okay.
And the pressure messes with your system, so you're all just like,
okay, yes.
And no one can hear because it's too loud. You're setting you up for a toot?
I fart so much on planes. That's what you're setting me up for.
I know
and
you
it's
do.
Because of the altitude and the pressure and stuff.
Keep telling yourself
But like the
that.
thing is, like, I've never smelled my own farts on a plane. It's kind of like weird. Like,
ew.
Yeah, because like you can't. Like there's like a lot of like current.
Maybe you can't. Yeah, I'm sure that you're too used to it because that's like the smell that you live in.
Planes are usually a safe place to fart. At least the planes I've been. Like
that's what I'm thinking. Like this guy maybe thought, this older gentleman perhaps thought that, you know, he had an upset tummy. The altitude does stuff to your system, and he was like, I'm just gonna let it go. And maybe they didn't have the right sort of air circulation.
Yeah.
And you know when a fart is stinky, I mean, it can really engulf a room, a space. And it seems like that's what happened. But I think what took it to the next level is the fight that broke out over farting, which I have yet to ever experience.
I know, like how do you explain that story to like your kids when you're older? Like, yeah, I got into a fight.
Well, he's already
this
an
man
older,
was farting.
He just wouldn't stop farting. But that's you know how we always say, like, whenever we disagree on something, or if I'm like playing off you, it's like, okay, is this the hill I want to die on? Like, do I want to defend this thing?
Is this the fart that I want to die on?
Is this the fart that I want to choke me? I think this is, because if I was sitting next to someone who had extreme flatulence and just wouldn't cut it out
That's
after
very
I asked,
uncomfortable, yeah.
and the seats are so close together on Transvavia, yeah, you know what? I would be like, sir, cut it out.
Yeah. The thing is, like, why farting like upsets us so much is because it like creates a physical feeling to us that we can't control. We can't avoid it.
What do you mean?
It's like you're putting like those poop particles into your body. It's like, of course you're gonna be upset.
Wait, you're putting poop particles?
What do you think you're smelling?
What do you think a fart is?
It's poop in gas form.
It's just gas. I hope you're not farting particles. That's awful, dude.
What do you think they are, though? Have you ever analyzed a fart? Well,
no.
I have.
Yeah, because you fart so much, I'm sure you have like a whole pH thing going on at your house to see if it's like acidic or basic.
pH, ART.
Oh, God. Why did you do that?
It's good fun.
You love the fart jokes.
Yeah, that was funny with a pH.
All right, guys. That's gonna do it for this story that oh my gosh, he's literally cackling at his own joke. I can't believe this man. You're a professional person. You're an adult.
Everything's funnier with a pH. Think about it.
Is it?
Yeah.
Give me another example. Phalanges. Finger.
Okay, that's actually spelled with exactly. What did I say?
All right,
switch
fine.
All your F's to PHs, and like the world is a better place.
All right. We want to hear from you guys in the comment section below. What a tale that we just got through. Okay, is everything funnier if you take away the F and put a PH in front of it? Share a fart story in the comment section below. What would you do in this situation? So many questions. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, and we will see you next time on Pop Trigger.